Yo, what's going on guys? HyperX here, and in this video I want to talk about Pokemon Unite, which dropped today for Nintendo Switch. It's a free-to-play Pokemon game, Pokemon MOBA essentially. So if any of you guys have played League of Legends or other games like that, Smite, things like that, and you're familiar with this, then you will know exactly what to expect. Admittedly, I'll kind of call it more of like MOBA light. It's got a lot of the sort of underlying principles, but it is obviously a little bit more accessible. It's definitely my first MOBA to a degree. But honestly, it's quite a lot of fun. If any of you guys haven't checked it out, I mean, it is free to play, so completely free to download. There are, of course, microtransactions within the game. I haven't dug too deep into it. I will say from my initial sort of testing, it sort of seems like, you know, you can earn most things organically. You can just like accrue currency by playing the game, or you can buy some gems just to kind of get things earlier. That of course means that you can buy like additional Pokemon, so you can just play as different things. But again, you can earn that currency in game. So I haven't sort of seen just yet whether there's any like pay to win stuff. I wouldn't imagine so. I would imagine it's much more cosmetic stuff. There's a lot of skins, there's a lot of things like that. Lots of cool customization options that again seem to be things you can earn organically in game, whilst also just getting it quicker if you want money. But again, it's free to play, right? That's kind of an expected model. You know, if you play these kind of games, there'll be some sort of shop in there. However, speaking more mechanically about the game, it's actually a lot of fun. You know, if you haven't played MOBAs before, then the setup for Pokemon Unite is 5v5. You basically have a big map with different, what they call lanes. You have sort of different zones to the map. You have your top lane, your bottom lane, and the middle area, which is more sort of typically referred to as like the jungle. And you then go through as your Pokemon. You then battle other AI controlled Pokemon that appear around the map. And there are also other players which will also battle in the same process. You begin with a basic attack, and then of course, as you level up, you unlock different abilities. You have abilities tied to both R and your ZR buttons, and then later on, once you upgrade it and you level up, you can also unlock an ultimate, or the Unite move, as they call it. Now, one of the things that I really like about this one, obviously if you've played MOBAs before, it goes around the principle that, you know, you level up your character as you farm the enemies, and you can then of course unlock new abilities. That still is very much present in Unite. However, in sort of true Pokemon fashion, when you level up, you can also evolve. So say for example, you pick Charizard as your character, you don't start as Charizard. You start as Charmander, then as you level up, you farm enemies, you then evolve to Charmeleon, you get new moves, and then you become Charmander, and then once you get to the higher level, that's when you get your ultimate move. So honestly, that component of the game is really cool. Now, what I will say, my only sort of major gripe, and the way that I can sort of see there being a slight issue with this, is that games like League, other MOBAs, anything like that, they do heavily hinge on communication, whether that be typing, whether that be, you know, voice chat, because ideally, you know, you want to sort of set yourself up in situations where you can have, say, somebody to attack, somebody to support, and at the moment, while people are learning the game, especially if people haven't played MOBAs before, they're kind of just jumping into it and just sort of running headlong into stuff. They die, they go back. Now, if you've played things like League, you'll know that's typically referred to as like feeding if you continually die, because obviously if you're losing, the other team is leveling up, you are not, and thus you're kind of in this perpetual cycle where it can get quite difficult. So I do feel like if anyone's picking it up and they're just like, oh, you know what, I'm a fan of Pokemon, never played these kind of games before, and they've got zero communication and anything like that, it might be a bit of a kind of learning curve to sort of get around. It might be quite difficult to sort of orchestrate those battles, because once you get to the high level and people know what they're doing, especially if you're against a team of people that are communicating, it could definitely be quite challenging. However, that being said, in the sort of grand scheme of things, it's definitely a lot more accessible in this sort of genre. There's not as much stuff to get your head around. It's very simple. You have a basic move, you have a couple of special abilities tied to some buttons, some natural progression, and just kind of movement around is pretty cool. Obviously, different Pokemon are broken into different categories. You have, you know, attacking types, speed types, support types, and messing around with all of those is really cool. Pokemon even have different costumes as well, so there's some like fun things you can kind of do with that. So yeah, as the game goes, I mean, given that again it's free to play, so you can literally try it out. If you like it, cool. If you don't, no harm done. I've had a lot of fun with it. I've played quite a few matches back to back, and I'm just sort of sinking my time into it. Speaking of which, I will say, if you fight someone called HyperX online, it's not me. Somebody stole my name, so I had to be called HyperXG. So whoever the fake HyperX is out there, I hope you lose all your matches. But anyway, the point is, it's quite a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed what I've sort of messed around with so far. I put some sort of gameplay in the background. I'm gonna let sort of the tail end of one of my matches play out. This one I played specifically on my own, so I haven't sort of got any team comps going just yet. I haven't actually sat on voice with my team. I've just decided to jump into this solo. So I have been experiencing this with zero communication, kind of just running around trying to do what I can on my own. So some of the gameplay, pretty good. Some of it, I got defeated a few times back to back. But overall, this is your chance to take a look at some gameplay from Pokemon Unite. Again, it's available today on the eShop, completely free. So yeah, give it a try if you want to check it out. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Let me know if you have any questions, and enjoy the rest of this match.
Time's up! You win!
If you want to catch more from us at HyperX Gaming, don't forget you can catch the guys TwoSixNine and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch weekdays, playing a variety of games. If you guys want to jump in, tune in, watch, and even join in, then make sure you check them out. The links to those are in the description box down below, and of course you can join the Discord to get involved in all of the discussions.